Heidi ho neighbors, Rado Goji here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. This is a couple of days after the last part here, but figure I still could use 2 more parts for this little session, I guess you could say, and I figure I may as well go ahead and do so while my account is still active. My subscription, rather, is still active. So when we last left off, we were doing our latest thaumaturge quest. I can't think of words today, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's basically what's been going on here. We learned some things by killing some Fs. We learned things we already knew, things I've already explained. But in the meantime, a shipment of ethers has been apparently hijacked, and apparently we were the only ones around who could do anything about it. Ain't that just the way it always is in RPGs like this? Luckily, not a lot of these enemies are super aggressive. Actually, judging by those levels, those are the enemies that we're going to be fighting, because Gamma Flamefist here looks like he's doing the exact same thing that we're doing, which is fine. It's alright, dude. I got this. You've already done your part. No, you're good. You're good. You can go. Poor guy. I hope it didn't confuse him. Alright, let's get that MP back while we take a look at the transport here. Oh, we got the ether back, so we can just teleport now. And we also have access to the Free Company House, which is in Mist, which is a residential district in Lenosia. But luckily, because we marked Ul'dah as our free destination some time ago, we can teleport there for free. And we also do have Aetheryte tickets, so in all honesty, like the next like 50 normally paid teleports will be free as well. I can also use those golden chocobo feathers to pick up more of those Aetheryte tickets, which might help, but you know, after a while, it's not going to really be too expensive. Where am I going? Thaumaturge's Guild. Derp. But we only have, like, just a hair under, like, 2,000 right now, so I don't want to risk it too much. Also, we won't be having the Helm of Light on for too much longer. The bonus experience craps out after level 10. Let me just take a look here, because I know that does still give us some stats, you know, strength and mind. Okay, so it's the same amount of experience as this one, except, you know, the helmet will give us more stats. But we are going to swap back to the Friendship Circlet after we're done, so we can keep that on until we're level 25. So we can keep the experience going, basically. Was the other guy just, like, walking back? Do I detect the scent of ether? And I trust that stench is Amalja blood. Oh, yeah, we got both those things. Still not at the end of the quest, though. Oh, 10 vials, 20, 30! The sight of so much ether is so very comforting. What have we here, Kokobani? Is this the crate that was stolen? I see Flupel's lessons have had the desired effect. Yeah, so I'm the workhorse now, apparently. That's what you're training me to do. I shall assume the vile, viscous liquid that you have here is beastman blood. Kokobusi should be pleased. Kokobuki, you left word for me to visit the ossuary. Have you finally decided to begin my training in thaumaturgy? Ah, Kokobusi, good of you to come. Flupel here was kind enough to obtain a supply of Amalja blood for you. An alchemist acquaintance of mine explained that how you had been using the substance in your research to create a amplifying elixir. Naturally, we are most interested in the results of such experiments. So you see, Boosie, your work as an alchemist already puts you in a position to work alongside us. You don't need to be a thaumaturge to be part of our family. That's right, Boosie. Besides, the battlefield is a dangerous place, and our skills are not exactly suited to keeping others safe from harm. I see. This has been another attempt to dissuade me from pursuing my true calling. I do not want to cheer you on from the safety of my workbench. I want to fight at your side. Boo! Boosie, we cannot stand the thought of you being harmed. Pray do not do anything foolish. If you were done here, I would speak with you for... Don't look at me! I think these people are completely nuts. Boo! Alright, let's go Bart's and Boko, technically. Oh, there's Ganma. As I mentioned before, Kokobusi is dangerously unsuited to the wielding of thaumaturgy. Even with the proper training, he would be unable to evoke the smallest flicker of flame. Were he to attempt to force a manifestation of power, the strain on his woefully inadequate etheric reserves would likely kill him. But I did not request your presence to discuss my brother's tragic circumstance. You have completed every trial set before you thus far. I believe you are sufficiently entrenched in the abyss of thaumaturgy that a sojourn to another guild will not unduly affect your studies. Within the walls of Ul'dah, you might visit the Pugilist Guild and train at the feet of Harmon Holyfist, or cross blades with the First Sword Myla of the Gladiators Guild. Or, should you tire from the demands of battle, there are guilds that offer instruction in the trades of weaving, goldsmithing, and alchemy. I believe there's even a guild that teaches mining, of all things. I should hope, of course, that thaumaturgy remains your first and foremost obsession. Do not absent yourself from us for too long, Klupel. Oh, okay, so I guess I forgot that you can only take another class once you've gotten to level 10 in your first one. Oh, I forgot to look at my equipment and see what I needed. I'm just gonna go with the body armor again. I know that that's probably a bad decision. Well, actually, I picked the body armor last time. I'm gonna take the... Let's get this critical hit. Yeah, I'll go with the boots. Yeah, I know how gear sets work. It means you can set presets. I showed that off in the bonus video. Okay, fair enough. Could we not access the armory chest before? No, we could. We totally could. We've done it before. Oh, well. We got a new... actually, we can just go ahead and say recommended gear. I guess the only thing that's going to change is that. Is that scepter we got not as good as what we have? No, it's not. Okay. That's fine. I'm totally okay with that. So, yeah. Not sure what to do. Oh, we could possibly go on to the next main scenario quest. I mean, that's mainly what we're doing, is just story quests. Do we have the aptitude to do so, though? Yes, it's level 10, so we can do that. Actually, now that we have that armory stuff, can we... Because I've looked up like level requirements for a lot of quests that give us things like I know when we're going to be able to get our chocobo. I know when we're going to be able to get glamour. I didn't look up, however, when we can get when we can start using retainers. Can we start using retainers now that we have the armory unlocked? No. Maybe it's when we get part of a grand company. Yeah, I know that person. Anyway. So, well, it's a good thing we teleported there at the very least, because we can just go ahead and... Because the retainer's desk was just on the way to the quicksand. Alright, Momodi. Now that we know for a fact that we have not gained the ire of the Syndicate. Oh, we got word of work. Look what the Curl dragged in. Good to see you, Floople. I'd ask what brings you, but I reckon we both know the answer to that already. Well, have I ever let you down before? Wait, don't answer that. So happens I know a fellow by the name of Dadanen. Sounds like a Lalafell. Who needs a hand? He's a merchant by trade, selling precious stones to those in Ul'dah with the means to buy them. He's asked that I send any looking for work his way. You can find him over in Horizon if you fancy. That's in Western Thanolin, mind you. Just cross the bridge of the north of Scorpion Crossing and the road will take you there. Knowing the circles he deals in, might be he'll have some talk of royal family that'll interest you as well. Why not make use of a chocobo porter for the journey to Horizon, if you've got the gil for it, that is. You'll find the chocobo stables just across the way from my quicksand. Find Mimigun, he'll still set you straight. Well, off you go then. I haven't all day to be holding your bloody hand. I know she probably has, like, some sort of, like, British accent, like everyone in this game does, but it comes off as a little southern, when I see it, when I look at how it's truncated the... Geez. Like, I try to keep things, as close to... I try to keep the voices close to their regular voices as I can, but, you know, I don't think she actually has a voice. Okay, so... Oh, we can just go to Horizon. Actually, I do want to go to Blackbrush real quick. Because... I realized that, like, after we attuned in Drybone and got Teleport... with as many times we've been to Blackbrush, we never attuned to the Aetheryte while we were there. And I was kicking myself for that after the last video. But I'm going to go ahead and rectify that real quick now. Just to get that out of the way. Plus we'll have another teleport point, which is nice. We want as many of these as possible. Obviously it doesn't take as long as it does to... you know, take the chocobo there or whatever. And I also want to teleport back to Drybone and see if there's a chocobo porter there. Because I kind of want to open up as many avenues for travel as I can. Like, what if I run out of, like, a larger amount of money? Okay. See, I should have done this before. I can teleport to Camp Drybone. Oh, that's right. It's free! I might spend some chocobo, because you can get a lot of Aetheryte tickets for, like, one chocobo feather. Well, like, it's like 10 for one. It's not a bad deal at all. Alright, is there a chocobo porter here? There should be a chocobo porter, like, in every settlement. Well, every major settlement with an Aetheryte in it, anyway. I'm going to do some looking for it, because, there are a couple levels to this place. Chocobo Keep, there we go. Okay. Well, that'll just take us back to Ul'dah. So I'll teleport back to Ul'dah. And then we can take the chocobo porter to Horizon, because I don't feel like walking all that way. And we haven't attuned to the Aetheryte there, so can't teleport. Horizon is going to be a big, like, central hub for us to teleport to anyway, so we really should be, you know, tuning there. Mainly because there is a nearby place that is very, very story important. Those who play the story know what I'm talking about. We will need to pray return there many, many times over the course of the game. But it doesn't have an Aetheryte in it, you know, straight up. For story reasons. Go to Horizon. So that shouldn't take too long at all. Alright, because Western Thanolin is just right outside the gates as well. We've been there. Again, I don't feel like walking myself, but this shouldn't take long at all, because it says it should take a minute. But luckily we've been, we should be able to keep the story going fairly smoothly because, you know, of all the bonus XP we're getting. There usually is bonus XP up at the, at least as far as I've seen, there's usually bonus XP up as a free company action as well, but I don't usually mess with that. I let everyone else mess with that. Also got to be careful that Dick Star Good Kitty. It's a Green Lantern reference for you. A Red Lantern if you want to get super specific. I approve of that name. Alright, and there is Horizon. That didn't take long at all. I was just being really wary that we don't run into any fates or anything, because I'm fairly sure they can still attack me when I'm on the rental chocobo. And sure enough, Dadanen is a Lalafell, but before we talk to him, let's get this out of the way. There we go. Floople, I presume. Yes, Momodi said to expect you, and so I have. Welcome to Horizon. Ours is a trading settlement that sees goods from the port of Vesper Bay to the west, and trade we do. Nary a day goes by that Horizon isn't bustling with some manner of merchants and officials. They keep us running about busy, they do, enough so much so that I wish I had chocobo legs in place of my own, and that's why I've asked Momodi to send me any souls looking for work. I see you're a thaumaturge, so you should be great at merchant stuff. 12 know that there's plenty of it to be done around here. Speak to me again when you're ready to make yourself of some use. Okay. Get new pants. Seems better than the pants that we were offered before. Seems to be. Yep, they're better. Like everything else I'm wearing is just, you know, starter gear. Oh no, it was the accessories I was looking at that were the things that were giving me better than the accessories that I was getting. But still, I think I made a good call in going for, you know, shoes there. Oh, we're gonna get more shoes. The same shoes that we already have, I think. Yeah, so, I'm gonna go for the money with this one. It so happens I have a situation that must be resolved post-haste, and I do mean post-haste. I'm plumb out of premium product, and my latest order has yet to arrive. If I keep my customers waiting any longer, it could irrevocably damage my reputation. What's worse, I paid my man in advance for his services. Despite his assurances that it would be a simple affair, I've heard nothing since he departed for Copperbell Mines days ago. Find Drunken Stag and give him this notice. I cannot afford any further delay. Drunken Stag, huh? You know, I realize... I don't know if there's any meaning behind these, like, Rogadin names, but, sometimes they kind of end up describing the person. And, last I checked, Rogadins were not stags. Beetle or deer. Maybe he's drunk. I don't know, I don't want to assume. What do you want, huh? Dadanen's product? Final notice. You can send all the notices he likes, but that won't change a thing. The concern has closed the mines due to some incident in the depths. It's a goddamn shame, too. Lost a decent haul just over yonder during all the chaos. Okay. Well, now that we have reached level 11, we can put that back on and get more, keep getting more bonus experience. Give it to me raw. Phrasing? The product you heard Dudanen going on about was a valuable gemstone known as a raw nashikite. I hope I pronounced that okay. I managed to dig up a goodly amount just before the mines were closed off, actually. Packed it up and hauled it out even. But then the 12 damned kobolins came along. Not like any kobolins I'd seen before and hungry only for the good rocks. They had eyes for my gemstone, so I had no choice but to oblige. The stone torches had their hands full of evacuating the mine, so they ignored the beast. Even now, they're only concerned with keeping people out. Please, friend, if you're willing to face the kobolins, would you bring my nashikite? I thought we were going to be going into Copperbell Mines proper, like, straight away, but I guess not. I'm fairly sure we won't be seeing a lot of the, well, actually, no, the first dungeon we'll be going to is in Lanasia, so we won't be going into this place quite yet. It's like these prism kobolins. They're just the ones that pop up are going to be the only aggressive ones. These copper kobolins that are just kind of here by default, we can just leave them alone. Okay. It's pretty much just going to be like fetch quests until like the more interesting things, I guess. Or well, no, there's going to be some solo duties as well. Keep blocking those out from my mind for some reason. Maybe it's because they're terrible. They're not all terrible, but they do get harder as the game goes. At least in my experience. Also, I don't use sleep very much. I'm more or less saving that if we get, like, aggroed by, like, a group of enemies, because then I can hopefully just pick them off one at a time. Because I don't have any AoE spells yet. Our first AoE spells are like, Fire 2 and Blizzard 2. And even then, Blizzard 2 is only, like, area of effect, or it's, like, centered on you. Whereas, like, the Fire 2 is area of effect centered on your target. But it's going to be a while before we get those spells. And even longer before we can get, you know, better versions of Astral Fire and Umbral Ice. That's fine. Alright, here you go. How did you fare, friend? Did you find the raw nashikite? I did indeed. Beautiful, isn't it? Rarer than many stones and more expensive than most. They say the green is the same as the eyes of Nasha, who once ruled as Sultana. This should save Dudanen from his troubles, if there's enough left. There's far less here than what I found. I reckon those kobolins made a meal of the stuff. Bloody waste. Okay. Like a chance to make some money, right? Then I know just how I can help repay you for your kindness. Swarms of sun midges have been harassing travelers along the road connecting Horizon to here. It's gotten so bad that the brass blades have started paying folks to keep the roads clear. If you find it hard to believe that swarms of tiny midges could be so troublesome, then you've never seen a chocobo driven into a frenzy by one. There've already been some terrible accidents. Oh boy. Do your part and slay a few swarms. After that, let Fufulupa know. He'll reward you for your trouble and maybe even offer you more work. The perfect swarm. Oh, the puns! And luckily this should be easy as well, because they are not aggressive creatures. Just killing 4 of these, I suppose. Yeah, so got a little over 5 minutes left in the video, or at least on the timer. Just thinking about what we're going to be doing, because I mean, tomorrow is at least as of this recording, tomorrow is a recording day. I'm recording this on a Wednesday, of all things. But at the same time, I'm going to be at my parents' house, which is one of the main reasons why I had started recording. Oops, not sleep. Don't need sleep. That's one of the reasons why I had started recording this, was because it would be easy to upload just in case. Like if Greg wasn't able to come by. I mean, I was gonna probably just upload them anyway, just to, you know, move them out. But, you know, depending on what's going on, you know, we may play more of this. I don't know. We'll be able to play this with Greg. That's an idea. Because, tomorrow's the last day of my sub, so I can still play. And it's not like, you know, the sub can stop me from uploading video files with it on there. Oh, we don't want to stay away from basilisks or paste. I think that's called paste, because there's a fate involving. It looks like it might be up now, called copied paste. Come on, give me thunder. There we go. Let's get the umbrella ice up. Transpose back. Well, we didn't need to. Oh well. Is that the... Whoops. Pound for pound. That's what's up there. But there is a fate around that area called copied paste. I'm noticing a lot of these folks with just kind of like bashing their heads on the keyboard names. Usually those are you know, gill sellers and whatnot, but it's not my... I'm not gonna, you know, judge people. If they want to bang their heads against the keyboard to come up with their username, then so be it. Greetings and salutations, adventurer. To what do I owe this... Wait, you've slain how many swarms of sun midges? You have my sincerest thanks. The brass blades have been struggling to keep them in check, so your assistance is greatly appreciated. Will you be staying in Horizon long? If so, there's much and more that you can do to help here. Of course! May as well. I need to get money somehow. We can get a better robe. That's cool. I'll go for that. Pray allow me to enlist your aid, brave adventurer. I would have you ascertain the whereabouts of a missive I sent to Lost Hope the other day. King Leofric is stationed there. Ever since he was transferred, we've exchanged letters, but never before has it taken this long to receive a reply. And so I fear that the courier may have met with a misfortune en route. She must have made it to Central Thanalin, or the brass blades that patrol the roads between here and Scorpion Crossing would have seen something, but if she has made it as far as Blackbrush Station, she would have surely delivered the letter by now. Lost Hope is practically on its doorstep. I suggest you focus your search on the road to Blackbrush Station in Central Thanalin. With luck, you will find her quickly. Okay, so that's on Central Thanalin. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut some travel time off. I'm gonna teleport to Ul'dah, and then Aetheryte out to Central Thanalin, because I think Lost Hope is the settlement that's like right outside the city. It's like a little circular fort, I guess is a good way to describe that. I mean, we've gone through it a couple times. Or am I thinking of Eastern Thanalin? Or no, I'm not thinking of Eastern Thanalin. I'm thinking of Western. Oh no, okay. No, I was actually thinking of Western. Western has the little settlement right off at the bottom of the stairs. That's the one with the staircase. But we're in Central Thanalin anyway, so this is where the objective is. And unfortunately, none of the chocobos, I don't think, go like in that kind of direction toward the marker. So gotta go ourselves, because I don't have access to chocobos yet, and thus I don't have access to any kind of mounts. But that's alright. Let's see. How far away is it? Oh, it's right inside that fate. That's good. I could probably do the fate while I'm there. Net myself a little bit more XP. Probably level up with that much XP. Make it easier to move right on to the next stage if need be. Oh, this is the Peter Gabriel one. So much larger than life. I like that song a lot. Oh, I don't think we can... Oh, frickin' timer. This mess. Alright. I'm just gonna keep going with this until the timer runs out on the Fate, because there's only like a minute left. It's not gonna... We're not gonna... Well, we may be able to make it. I don't know. Well, we're getting experience for killing them at the very least. No, I don't think we can. I don't think we can reach the objective in 10 seconds. We were close, though. If we had done one more, oh, we did get some experience. If we had done one more, we would have been able to make it. If there's enough to just kill one more, enough time, anyway. Huh? A letter? Aye, I've got Fufulupa's missive right here. I won't be delivering it anytime soon, though. Gotta tend to my bird's injured leg first. Even the most minor of cuts can fester if ignored. Fufulupa sent you, right? If this is a pressing matter, why don't you take it the rest of the way? Lost Hope's just past Blackbrush Station to the northeast. Look for the tents by the river. Okay, I know where that is. I mean, Floopal hasn't seen it before. Except on the map, because... every single time we enter a new place, we have the full map, because apparently that stuff is account-wide. I'm not going to question it. I don't mind having a... It's kind of a double-edged sword there, because on the one hand, I have the entire map ready to use from the beginning. On the other hand, I don't get all the individual experience packets for exploring each region of the map. I mean, not like we don't get plenty of experience as it is. But still, it would have been nice. Actually, I should actually end the video, because I had forgotten that the timer ran out. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and when I come back, we'll go the rest of the way to Lost Hope and deliver this letter. So, until then, I've been Radio Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?